Hey everyone, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So before we get started, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So today we're going to talk about millionaires and where millionaires put their money. So why do you need to know this? It's because you're going to be a millionaire. If you're not already, I do have millionaires that watch the channel. For whatever reason, I don't know. But if you're watching and you're a millionaire, my email is below, and I would like for you to share some information. So reach out to me by email, and I'm going to bring you onto the show. All right. So, looking at the statistics, there are 20 million millionaires in the United States. 20 million millionaires. So it's not going to hurt to have an extra. How many people are watching the channel? 15. Um, Add an extra 15 to that number, right? There are 20 million millionaires in the United States. So 2/3 of them are entrepreneurs. So meaning you don't necessarily have to be an entrepreneur to become a millionaire. So 2/3 are entrepreneurs. So where do millionaires keep their money? I thought this was an interesting article that I read. And so I'm just going to break it down how the article broke it down. So, number one, an emergency account. So they keep cash on them, 25% cash. I know this is not all millionaires, but this is according to the article, what the article is saying. So, number one is emergency account. It is cash. They keep 25% in cash. They put the cash into things like money market mutual funds, CDs, the commercial paper itself, or treasury bills. Now, treasury bills is good because that gives you like about 5% interest. So that money is making money just by being there. Um, they also, according to the article, they just take the cash and put it in a safe deposit box. So they have a private banker. They're not standing in the line at a bank. So that's kind of different, wouldn't you say? I would say so. So you'll be able to experience that and see the differences in the future if you're not already doing it. So that's number one is an emergency account, which is cash. Number two, where do millionaires put their money? Real estate. So that is personal real estate or branching out into commercial. Office buildings, hotels, stadiums, bridges, etc. So we heard of the office buildings, the hotels, but have you ever thought about putting your money in a stadium or a let's see, bridge? That's different, isn't it? So putting their money in stadiums and bridges. That's kind of a new concept. So number two, real estate. Real estate is important because it you can put your money there and it even builds your wealth higher than where it is already because of appreciation. Also, it is good for tax purposes and it's also good for safety because it's always going to be there. You're not going with these fluctuations in the market. So it's more of a security having it in real estate. And you got all these benefits with real estate. You got the appreciation, you got tax benefits, um, you got the fact that it's a real asset. It's something that's always going to be there. So branching out into these different real estate type things, we're familiar with the office buildings, the hotels. The article mentions stadiums and bridges, which is new to me. Um, you got you got other stuff also, storage facilities. Um, what else? Put it put examples of real estate below in the comments, and let's expand everyone watching. This is about expansion. So put every example of real estate that you can think of in the comments. So number one, emergency account, cash. Number two, real estate. Number three, where do millionaires put their money? According to the article, stocks. Millionaires are putting their money in the stock market. Now, if the stock market is good enough for millionaires, is it good enough for you? I know there's this whole shakiness about the stock market because you got people on this side telling you don't do it, you're going to lose all your money, right? Then you got the media, stock market crash coming. What we just heard, the Tesla's plummeting now, right? So it's kind of a thing where you don't know if you should trust it or not, right? And I kind of think that that's the way they want it. They want you to be shaky on whether you should invest in the stock market. Because if you don't trust stocks and you're not investing in the stock market, then you're missing a whole pathway to becoming wealthy. And I kind of think they want it like that. This whole ambivalence factor. Should I be in the stock market or not? All right. So that's the third place that millionaires put their money. Emergency account, cash. Number two, real estate. Number three, stocks. Number four, private equity funds. Now that's unfamiliar. Well, it's not unfamiliar for millionaires, but it's unfamiliar for me. Private equity funds, what that even is, right? So you have to be an accredited investor, meaning your net worth has to be at least 250K net worth. So you take your money and you go find a private equity fund and you put your money there. Don't you think that's interesting? I do. So we got an emergency account, cash. We got real estate. We got the stock market. We got private equity fund. Okay, where do millionaires put their money? Hedge funds. Hedge funds. So we've heard of hedge funds, right? So, emergency account, cash, real estate, stocks, private equity fund, hedge fund. Where do millionaires put their money? Number six, commodities, gold, silver, mineral rights, cattle. Now that's kind of unusual, isn't it? That would probably go into the classification of agricultural type things, but that's kind of unusual. Like, okay, we've heard of gold, or you can go buy gold, you can go buy silver, um, mineral rights. Does anybody have money in mineral rights? Is that kind of new to you? Because that's new to me. I'm just going to be honest. Do you have your money in mineral rights? Or have your money in cattle? You just got so much money that you don't know what to do with it. So you find this new place, and that new place is called cattle. Hmm. I think that's interesting. Do you? I do. I think it's interesting. You got so much money, you got to figure out where to put it so that it's going to be safe and it's going to keep growing your wealth, right? So I think that some people who are wealthy worry about keeping it. Um, I'm quite sure it depends on the personality because other people, they would just be trying to find out ways to make it grow, right? Okay, so you got the emergency account, which is cash. You got real estate, stocks, private equity fund, hedge fund, commodities. Number seven, we have our alternative places to put your money. That is fine arts, like artwork, Now I have heard of that. Like, there's a website you can go to, and then you just invest in art. Musical instruments. That is kind of unusual. That's unusual. If you have a link for that, put it down below, just for people who are curious. If you are investing in musical instruments, share the link just for people who are curious on what that is. Um, let's see. Rights to songs or movies. Now that is very interesting, um, because I like movies. I like acting. I like film. And so to invest in a movie, like say for example, someone is creating a movie and they need to raise funds for that. So you give them some of the funds, and then whatever money they make, you would get part of that money back for investing. So, do me a favor. If you are an investor in movies, I would like for you to come on the show and share that information. Um, or you can put the link below for people who are interested in investing in movies. If you invest in songs, I'd like for you to come on the show, share that information. Or you could put that link below, investing in songs. So, the alternatives: investing in art, investing in musical instruments, investing in songs, investing in movies. Um, so this is the article. This is the article. This is the alternative. So we got emergency account, cash. We got real estate, stocks, private equity funds, hedge funds, commodities, and then we have our alternative investments where people are doing all kind of things. The art, the musical instruments, the songs, the movies. And then lastly, where do millionaires put their money? Cryptocurrency. According to this article, 100,000 people became millionaires by holding Bitcoin. I read this with my own eyes. My own eyes. 100,000 people became millionaires by holding Bitcoin, right? Okay, so where do millionaires put their money? Emergency account, cash, real estate, stocks, private equity funds. If you have your money in a private equity fund, um, put the example below so we can see a concrete example of a private equity fund in the United States. A concrete example of a private equity fund in the United States. If you're already doing that, put it in the comments just to share the information for people who are curious. Hedge funds. Um, put concrete examples of what hedge fund you have your money in. Or if that's too personal, just an example of some hedge funds in the United States. Um, Commodities. Then you got your alternatives where you're doing the fun stuff. This is what I would call the fun stuff: arts, song, movies, musical instruments. Okay, then lastly, where are millionaires putting their money? Crypto, crypto, right? So we hear a lot of negative news about media, and some people have actually lost money. And according to this article, where are millionaires putting their money? Crypto. All right. So keep in mind, this is not financial advice. I am not telling you what to do. I just thought that the article was very interesting, and you can keep this video for the future because you will be a millionaire if you're not already. and then you'll just have it laid out for you, where to place it, the different places to place it. All right. So do me a favor before you leave. I need for you to hit this like button. If you are not a subscriber, I need for you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Don't forget to leave all of your comments because I would like for you to share. If it is not too personal, just share the information. And this is to broaden the minds of the viewers and of myself. Broadening it. All right. So do me a favor before you leave. I need for you to hit that like button. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your night. Bye for now.